Hello guys, welcome to the new video. In this video, we'll be analyzing Nifty 50 and the Bank Nifty for the upcoming week. So let's start ahead with Nifty 50. The one which you are seeing over here is a weekly candle for the Nifty 50. If you see the weekly candle for this previous week was a very huge and it has engulfed the previous week, previous to previous week candle. And along with that, if you see this candle, it has engulfed for the 4th September candle. If you see here, I will show you the exact percentage of this candle was like almost. I'm gonna calculate only the body part. It was 1.5%, and if you see, like it has already engulfed the previous to previous week candle by more than 50%, like almost 50%. So this for the last week candle, if you see, it has a lot of bearish sentiment, and there might get we might get a back follow through with this candle. But if we don't get a follow through, then there will be a consolidation, which will be uh, a good sign, because it has already cracked down more than, like if you see, 500 points more from the all-time high, which is like 19,220. So we have come down to the lower of 650 odd levels. So now if you see on a weekly time frame basis, we have a crucial support zone which is around this zone of like 19,600. If you see this 2 weeks over here weekly candles, we have a sub Nifty had taken a support at this point, and the next candle also it had closed on around this phase. And next all the candles, if you see, like these two candles, especially these two candles, the high were about almost near to the close of the previous week, but the closure was near, and almost it had taken the resistance at the same levels where we had, let me mark this levels. So this one is the level of the 19,750, and this is the level of 19,600. So this is the level where we can expect a major support and the resistance zone. Now Nifty is already trading around 19,670, and as of now the gift Nifty is suggesting around we might get around 50 to 60 points gap down. As of now, it depends on tomorrow morning. So for us, we will analyze assuming that we might get a 60 points gap down, and already I will let you know the where exact our price action and the support zones come into picture, so that we can have a clear idea for the upcoming week to have a trade and whether to take trade or not. So if you see over here on a daily time frame basis, we have a confluence of this support here. So I'll take this zone. We have confluence of around like 19,600 as a major support. It might act as a support zone. So here we had a gap up zone and breakaway gap, and we had this zone which is going to act as a support over here. So if you see this four candles, we had a huge wick at the bottom wherein the low was around like 19,600, and after, once this level was broken down, we had a retest to this similar level, so which this similar level comes around like 19,600. So this level, why I'm trying to impart you this more about this level, is because this level has previously in the past acted as a support and resistance. So now already we are around nearby to 19,600. So this, from this point, we might expect a consolidation, or we can expect a bounce back, because already we have seen so much of crackdown. So, and this week it's going to be a monthly expiry, so this is going to be a important week, and we might see a huge volatility, and we can expect a range of 19,750 to 19,600 levels. So I hope I'm clear with this weekly time frame and daily time frame basis analysis. Let's move ahead with the hourly time frame basis chart. We'll get a much more perspective of the price action. So the similar analysis holds good. So till that we hold 19,600 now to 19,550 level, we might expect a bounce back from that level, because already the put to call ratio has been come down to zero point 0.7. So tomorrow after a gap down, we might expect it to be a little bit lower. So from there, we might expect a profit booking, or there might be a option writing which might happen. So the important level to watch out are 19,550 to 19,600. So on the downside, and on the upside we have like 19,700 to 19,750. So our trading range comes around like maybe hardly 150 to 100 points, which is more than enough for Nifty. To take a trade in the Nifty, we don't need to expect more than this, and it is important that we trade on a support support and resistance basis, because we might get a good risk to reward ratio at these points, rather than entering in between this zone wherein we might end up losing our premium because of the decay factor. So let's move ahead with smaller time frame basis on Nifty, 15 minutes time frame. So if you see in the last couple of days, Nifty had taken a support from this 19,700 levels. So even on the Friday, if you see, there was a crackdown in the early morning, and then we saw a sharp rally which took support around again 750. We had a major resistance which took around like 19792. So the important level is 19750 on the upside, along with 19800 depending on the Friday's price action. So 19800 was our the resistance wherein we saw a crackdown, and we went almost to 19600 and 60 rupees. So 19,800 and 19,900, 600 on the lower side. So we might expect we can see a minor rejection. If you're seeing minor rejection at 19,750, we can enter with a stop loss of 19,820 to 19,830 odd levels. So we can expect a target of 19,600, depends. And if we get a price action developing at 19,600, and we can enter in the call option, maybe we can, our first target will be 19,660, because this is the level where Nifty had taken two times support on Friday price action. So if 19,660 is taken, we can go ahead with the trade. We can run along the trade with for the target of 19,700 with a trailing stop loss. So let's move ahead with the option chain analysis. If you see, for this weekly expiry in 28th September, if you see 19,700 at the money strike price has around 64 lakh open interest, and even the call writing has been around 54 lakh, wherein 32 lakh has been on the Friday itself, like more than like 70 percentage, 65 percentage has been on the Friday. So the 19,700 is going to be a crucial zone for, in terms of the call perspective option. And put writing is also decent, but the open interest that added up on the Friday is lesser. So if you see on the lower side, 19,600 holds like 58 lakh of open interest. And if I move on to 19,800 call writing, if you see, we have a major call writing here, 1 crore, which is very huge. And on top of that, Friday we had got around 42 lakh of open interest. So I hope that we have, if even on the option chain, if we see here, 90,800 is a resistance in terms of call writers, and 19,600 holds a pretty much good put writing. So we can expect a bounce back from this level, 90,600. So in between this, it's going to be a decay factor. One more thing, if you see on the 19,700, the both premium of the put and the call is around 97 rupees. So which suggests that there is a straddle happening. The on the downside we have 19,600 as the support, and on the top we have 19,800 as the resistance. So we need to watch out for both levels. If 90,600 is not sustaining and we can enter in a put, it can give a good returns. If 90,800 is being taken out, we can enter in the call buying in a call option, and we can enter in a, we can get a decent trade. So the one important level to watch out are 90,800 and 90,600, because there is a straddle that has been done on Friday for 90,700. So let's move ahead with the Nifty bank analysis. Let's go ahead with the daily time frame for, okay. So over here, if you see on a weekly time frame basis for the bank Nifty, you see this previous week candle has engulfed both the candles of the previous two candles, weekly two candles. So this is a very negative sentiment for the bank Nifty in terms of how the candle has formed on a weekly time frame basis. The important thing is, we have this is very bearish sentiment, and the important thing to watch out for the bank Nifty are HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, because we have seen a lot of crackdown for HDFC Bank in last 2 to 3 days, and after that ICICI Bank is also not able to sustain at its top. So the important thing to watch out for Bank Nifty is the 44,600 levels to 44,000. This is going to be a wide range, around like 1.5%. But the bad thing about the Bank Nifty is, it has given a closing below the 44,600, which was the previous week's opening price. And if you see, there's 2 3 candles of a weekly time frame, we have seen a lot of consolidation which has happened. So if Bank Nifty has entered this range, we will expect the sideways momentum too. We can expect a level of around 44,000 levels if there is selling that has to continue, because we have seen a very huge candle and there should be a follow through. If the follow through doesn't come, there will be a consolidation. That's with respect to the Bank Nifty. On weekly time frame basis, the important stock to watch out are HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank. So if you see on a daily time frame basis, we had got a huge candle on Thursday, but on Friday, if you see, the Bank Nifty was very pretty much strong compared to Nifty in the morning session. But in the later half, we saw a huge selling pressure in the Bank Nifty as well. So if you see on a daily time frame basis, we have a huge resistance zone over here, wherein price was not able to sustain at this point. Even when it used to come here, we used to saw a sell off and minor consolidation. So even now Bank Nifty has entered the zone of this zone. You mean the resistance zone which was happening in the previous like couple of weeks, and the same scenario might happen now. The price levels to watch out are 44,250 to 44,000 on the lower side. So we might expect a consolidation zone in this pattern, in this channel of 44,500 to 44,000 on the lower side. So let's move ahead with a smaller time frame basis on a 15-minute time frames to check how the trade can happen on, in intraday basis. If you see here, we have a base formation around like 44,600. So the important thing is, if we see the Bank Nifty is not able to sustain at this point, suppose tomorrow we are expecting a gap down and it if opens around 44,400 or something, and in the price action, if we see Nifty Bank bouncing back again to 44,600 level, and if it start taking resistance, we can enter in a put side and we can expect the same target of 44,400 too. And then if this target is if this level is broken, we might expect another crackdown of another 200 points. So the important thing to watch out on a intraday basis time frame is, we have seen double bottom which has formed on Bank Nifty. So if you see here, we have a double bottom, and after a gap down, if you the Bank Nifty is able to come to this point and it takes resistance, and then we can enter in the put side with a stop loss of around like 44,700, 100 points as a stop loss, and we can expect, not 100 points, around like 60 to 80 points as a stop loss, and we can expect targets of around 200 points to 300 points if the 44,400 level is taken out. So that's it with the Bank Nifty levels. I hope that I'm clear with all the levels. um, let's meet up in the next video. For till then, thank you, bye.